asshole for refusing to leave my boyfriend's birthday party that I arranged for him because his doctor friends wanted to discuss quote-unquote medical stuff? So for context, my 29 female boyfriend, 34 male, is a doctor. Most of his friends are from work, and they all seem to dislike me and act distant. Maybe because I'm not a doctor too? I don't know, and I don't care, honestly. Since we started dating, they've been asking to hang out without me, and they leave any event that I'm at. My boyfriend said they're just taking their time to get used to me. Anyways, his birthday was days ago. I had arranged for the party and paid for everything. It wasn't a surprise since the party was held at the restaurant, and he needed a heads up so he could invite his doctor friends. We got there, then his friends started arriving. They came to greet him and started shaking his hand and hugging him while completely ignoring me, though I was right there next to him. The tension started when one of them started making remarks about the way I dressed. I sucked it up, but another friend started interrogating me about my degree, then implying I was an ignorant person for my food choice. WTF? An hour later, another one asked if I could leave because they wanted to discuss work stuff and it's confidential. I was so shocked. I laughed, asking why he thought it was appropriate to discuss work during a party, and he replied that I had an attitude. An argument ensued, and they demanded that I leave, but I said absolutely not. My boyfriend finally spoke up after it escalated and asked that I keep the peace and go home, but I refused and reminded him and let his friends know that I had arranged for this party and paid for it, and so they should leave since they're just guests. He pulled me aside and begged me to go home after they said if I don't leave, then they will, but I still refused. They left, all of them, and the party was cut short. My boyfriend was so upset and started complaining at home that I ruined his birthday the minute I started with his friends. I told him they were being disrespectful to me, but he said I was wrong too because they said they wanted to discuss medical stuff, and I should have respected that and not made it quote-unquote personal. He's not speaking to me now. I was so hurt I couldn't argue anymore. I felt like I ruined his birthday by making a scene, like he said, and acting passive-aggressive. So, am I the asshole for refusing to leave my boyfriend's birthday party that I arranged for him because his doctor friends wanted to discuss quote-unquote medical stuff? Oh, man. Well, the top comment coming in with 35,000 upvotes. Use the red flag as a cape and fly away. Not the asshole. Next comment, 8,000 upvotes. It's more about asshole friends and boyfriend than being a doctor. I promise you, if OP's BF and his boys were carpenters or bankers, they would have the exact same problem, except now it's quote-unquote top secret bank information or some crap like that. It's not about doctors being the superior occupation. It's about them being condescending, disrespectful, and total a-holes. Not to mention unethical also. If that stuff is so private his girlfriend couldn't hear it, they're probably committing a HIPAA violation at a public restaurant packed with people, mind you. OP, girl, run. You know you can do much, much better than someone who uses you to finance their party, then F's you over for their a-hole friends. Next comment, 3,000 upvotes. F. It's scary thinking that these types of A-wipes become doctors and will potentially treat me one day. Straight face emoji. Next comment, 2,000 upvotes. Exactly. These are the types of doctors that will tell women all of their medical problems are because of their weight, and then when they lose weight, it's some other made-up reason. Next comment, 300 upvotes. Me, doctor, My friend said I need to see you because I'm having dizzy spells. Doctor, have you tried walking in order to lose weight? True story. And my vote, not the asshole. For me, the biggest flag is, what is he telling them about her at work that is making them so hostile towards her? Let me know what you guys think. The asshole for watching and doing nothing to help my husband when he was extremely ill. My 27 female husband, Tim, 36 male, has a serious dairy allergy. I'm talking about an actual immune system reaction, not tolerance. His allergy is serious enough to cause acute enterocolitis, but he hasn't needed an EpiPen since he was a kid. I work full-time and also have some seasonal work this holiday season because Tim has been without work and money has been very tight. As a result, I barely get to rest. The holidays are especially hard, and I found myself getting just one day off every 2 weeks for almost 2 months straight. As you can imagine, that day off means the universe to me. Now, Tim loves dairy and will sometimes intentionally eat things which trigger his allergy. Lately, it's gotten out of hand, with him going from one risky meal every 4 to 6 months to every 2 or so weeks. In fact, it always seemed to coincidentally line up with my time off, and I found myself spending my one day off taking care of him. Last week, I finally asked him if he was intentionally timing it to line up with my day off. I fully expected him to say no, but he admitted that he was doing it to make sure that he would have a nurse, and so that he would have someone close by in case he had an especially adverse reaction and needed a hospital. I was livid and told him that he was selfish, robbing me of my rest. I said that if he made himself sick again, I wouldn't take care of him. I am exhausted and I need to decompress. He didn't say much, so I thought that he had heard me. Fast forward to Friday night, I get home from work and a few minutes in, Tim gets a pizza delivered. I ask him why when I'm making dinner and he shrugs. I ask if a large garlic Alfredo pizza is worth the pain and remind him that I won't be giving up my rest day again. He smirks and eats an entire slice while grinning at me. I left it at that and went back to my dinner. Predictably, he got sick, profusely vomiting, retching, and groaning from the intense cramping and diarrhea. I slept in the guest room to get away from the sound and smell. He called for me several times, and I repeatedly told him no. Hours later, he was still sick and woke me up at the crack of dawn to go get him Pedialyte and meds because he was very dehydrated and still in pain. I told him to order it in and asked him to get out and let me sleep. He was still whimpering when I eventually and eat again. Again, I did nothing to help or comfort him. By evening, he was sulking, and by morning, when I had to work, he was enraged. He yelled, and by the end of the day, he had told our friends and family that he nearly died, and I neglected him. His family accused me of passively trying to kill him. His mom called, shouting that he could have had a life-threatening reaction due to my petty actions, and that I am a caca wife for not minding his health. I'm starting to feel guilty because she is right, and he could have been seriously hurt. So, am I the asshole for doing nothing to helping my husband after he suffered an acute allergic reaction, which he initially and knowingly triggered? And the top vote coming in with 40,000 upvotes, not the asshole. You'd think on your only day off, he would want to spend some actual time with you and not puking and crapping all day. I hope it was a wake-up call to him. Next time he eats that pizza smiling, grab your phone and take a video to send to his mom to let her know he's going to need her assistance tomorrow. Next comment, 13,000 upvotes. This right here, that was my first thought. Instead of actually hanging out with you on your only day off, he's giving himself the craps and expecting you to baby him. I'm sure your husband has some redeeming qualities, but right now he sucks, and so does his family. I hope you get some good rest on your next day off. Maybe treat yourself to a day of doing your favorite thing away from home. Sorry your husband is being so selfish. Definitely not the asshole. Next comment, 16,000 upvotes. He smirks and eats an entire slice while grinning at me. Dude knows exactly what he was doing. He wasn't forced to eat the pizza or forgot about his allergy. He did it on purpose to try and trick OP into caring for him on her one day off. He triggered it deliberately. His illness is nothing more than a manipulative attempt to force OP to baby him. This man is willing to risk his own life so he could force his wife to spend her break on him. That's so immature, manipulative, and frankly disturbing. And my vote. This person, OP, is not the asshole. I mean, to be fair, I would have a serious conversation with my partner about therapy if they were self-harming like this. He's coming off as a smug pig in OP's account. Could just be an absolute leaky F-hole of a human being, but these don't sound like the actions of a mentally well person. I have a cow's milk protein allergy. If I were deliberately making myself violently ill through food, I would hope someone I loved, my partner or my family, would alert me to the need to address my disordered eating behavior. Let me know what you guys think.